Good morning, Divorcing Gracefully and Beyond sisters. Today is Tuesday. Happy Tuesday and good morning that you're with me for coffee chat today. And it's been a couple of days since I've seen you, so I'm so glad to see you and I'm so glad you're here with me for today's coffee chat. It's funny because my daughter, I have given her the liberty of using the Jeep. So she's graduating high school this year and she loves the Jeep, right? It's a fun car to drive. She can take the top down. And especially now that the weather is getting nice, it's so nice because she could enjoy the car. But the Jeep has my holder for my phone. So we kind of swapped cars and I haven't been able to do a coffee chat because I don't have a holder in her car. So I guess that's going to be on the list if I'm going to give her use of my car so she can enjoy her senior year of driving in the Jeep and bringing the top down, having fun with her friends. I guess that means that I need to get a car holder. But with that said, I wanted to just say hello to everybody. And for those of you who don't know who I am, I'm Donna Rudowitz. I am a licensed clinical social worker and rapid transformational relationship coach. And I help women reclaim their brilliance after divorce, fall in love with themselves, and create true love that lasts. Hey, Bunny, I see you're here with me this morning. Good morning, good morning. Let me see something because I think, let's see, you want to be in my video. So let's see. I don't know what that means, guys. We're seeing what this means. So together we're going to be testing technology. While we're waiting for Bunny to appear, because it looks like we're adding Bunny, is what did I want to talk to you about today for coffee chat? Two things. One is who we are sharing our journey with. Hi, Paula. Hi, Fawn. Good morning. Thank you for joining me for coffee chat. So going back to what I wanted to talk to you today about with coffee chat. Two main points. One, who we're sharing our story with and why that's important. And the second point is determination, grit, and focus on our outcome. So the first point of discussion for our coffee chat is who we're sharing our story with. So guys, this is going to be really important because in the past, when we try to solve a problem or we're thinking in our head about what we could do and the solutions that we could take, who are the people that we go to? If you think about it just logically and realistically, we'll go to our friends, we'll go to our family members, we may talk about it at work, we go to our circles of influence. But here's where, when it comes to divorce and when it comes to reclaiming your life and reclaiming your brilliance, becoming your own soulmate first and truly healing that soul fracture, that's exactly what we shouldn't be doing. And here's why. I'm not saying that family and friends aren't good people. And I'm not saying that they don't have good guidance. The issue is that you're going to go to 5 different people and get 5 different pieces of advice. And when you're going to the people to talk about your problem, what's happening is inherently they have a good heart, right? They want to see you happy and healthy. Seeing you not happy and healthy it's hurting them, okay? So when they're hurting, they're just going to want to see you happy, right, and fixed. So what they're going to do is they're going to give you advice based upon what they think is the best thing for you, but they can't hear your soul journey. And they're not an expert, they're not a counselor, they're not a coach, they don't really know the right advice. They're just giving you advice based upon what they know, and they're also trying to get you out of this hole of not feeling good about yourself as fast as possible, because then when you feel good, they can feel good. When you don't feel good, they don't feel good. And no one wants to be in a space of not feeling good. Now, again, it's human nature and it's what we do as a group of humans who come together. We want to help each other. But it's really important that when you're sharing this journey of divorce and actually reclaiming our brilliance and healing our soul fracture, we don't want to be talking about it all the time with people. This is the number one mistake that most women make, and this is the first thing we work on when you come into the Divorcing Gracefully and Beyond program, is I have you immediately focus on your outcome versus your past. We begin to romance our future more than we romance our past, and here's why. What we think about is what we bring about, and this has been scientifically proven. It is proven that what we focus on and where we're going, where our brain goes, our body will follow, right? And where our body goes, that's where what we experience and our manifest, what we see in front of us. So if you're thinking about the struggle and you're continuing to talk about it with family and friends, what you're doing is just creating more struggle. You're creating more of the same result that you don't want. And that's why you may feel stuck. Like, why can't I get out of this? I feel like I'm reading the books. I feel like I'm doing the things. You are, but you're not reading the books, and you're not going to the courses, and you're not having the conversations that are going to lift you from your issue. What you're doing is you're having the conversations, and they're going to keep you in your issue, right? Hi, Lynn. Hi, Diana. Hi, Marlene. Hi, Paula. So this is the reason why when I tell my students and my clients, the first thing we're going to do is we're going to put 3 little words in front of how we speak, and that's in the past, right? So in the past, I may have went to my friends and my close workers to talk about the problem and to talk about trying to figure out. But now I am choosing to look at my future. I'm choosing to romance my future more than my past. And that's why it's critically important that you identify the outcome that you want and know very clearly, not I just would like to be in a good relationship, but you know very clearly what type of relationship that is. You know very clearly the type of person you want to attract, and you know very clearly who you are. And that's why if you haven't healed your soul fracture and you haven't fallen in love with yourself, if you haven't become your own soulmate, doing that exercise is going to be for naught, because what's going to happen is you're going to be attracting someone in your brokenness. Now, when we're broken and when we have a soul fracture, it doesn't mean that it's bad or right, wrong or good. It doesn't mean any of that. What it just means is that what we're putting out there is a beacon of attraction, right? We are attractors. We have attractor fields. So our beacon of attraction is going to be attracting people who are also hurt and who are also not in the right space. And so we don't want that. That's the reason why I do the work that I do, is because we've got to heal your soul fracture first and then get out there and focus on your future. But going back to the main point about sharing your journey, share your journey with people who could get you to your next level. Only share your journey with people who are going to promote you to your future, to your outcome, to what you want. If people want to continue talking about your issue and want to continue talking about your problem and are consistently bringing it up and looking at you as, like you're broken, just get over it, like get out there and date, do that. You've got to, I'm not saying you have to cut off those people, but you do have to trim those conversations. The only conversations you should be having as you're falling in love with yourself and becoming your own soulmate are the conversations about the future that you're going to be having, the man that you're going to be sharing your life with, the things that you're going to be doing with your children, the heart that you're going to be stepping into, the coherence, the feeling, the smells, the sounds, like stepping into it as if you're already there, right? Because that's what you're going to manifest. If you're continually talking about how your ex-husband screwed you over and years later and the struggles that you've been through, and again, you could have your heart set, and you could have good friends, good family, good jobs, but it's this relationship thing that's keeping you stuck. That's the reason why. All right, number 2, determination and grit. This is also really, really important for today. And I don't know why I got this morning, but it came to me in a divine guidance, and I knew I had to share it with you. So I don't know if you've ever heard of Sylvester Stallone's. I don't know why I'm having difficulty talking today. I think I'm just so excited to share this information that my brain is working faster than my mouth. So I apologize. But with that said, if you've ever heard of Sylvester Stallone's story, and that's his documentary of how he started. So for those of you, I'm sure most of you know Sylvester Stallone was the actor in Rocky. He has a tremendous career in film, but it wasn't always that way. When Sylvester Stallone started, he was divorced, he was broke, he was broker than broke, he had no way to make money, he even had to sell his beloved dog in order to live. And that, my friends, is true. 100% true. Listen to his story, and it broke my heart when he was telling the story, because that was the one thing that he loved the most was his dog, and in order to live he had to sell the dog. And it was his journey of trying to figure out what he was doing with his life after he was in this broken space and he couldn't figure it out, and he was at a low point of his life, and then he stayed up all night and he wrote the script for Rocky, the screenplay. And he went from studio to studio, and most studios wanted to buy Rocky, but the one thing they said is, yeah, we'll buy Rocky, we'll film Rocky, but you can't be the main actor. And that was the one thing that Sylvester Stallone knew, is that he wrote the script, but he also knew that he needed to play Rocky. It was a divine moment for him. He knew that he had to be the actor. So meanwhile, this guy is broke. He had to sell his dog for food. He's divorced. He's out on his ass on the streets. He barely is surviving, and he's getting money. People are offering him money for a script. Most people would have been like, I will take that money and run, right? But he's saying no, because it wasn't his divine dream. It wasn't his divine destiny. And he knew in his heart what was possible for him. And he refused to settle. He refused to settle for less. He stayed true to his journey. He stayed true to his heart. And eventually he came upon a film house who said, yes, we will film this, and you could be the actor, the leading actor. And it's history ever since. And so guys, if you have it in your heart that you have a life that's outside of what you're living now, whether that's a life with traveling, enjoying things, hanging out with your family, whether it's a life of having a soulmate you could share it with, having friends that you could enjoy it with, having whatever that's subjective to you, but if you have it in your heart that there's a life outside of the one that you're living now, and that there's this level of wanting to be with another person, that you have it in it, that you don't want to spend the rest of your life alone, take it from Rocky. Use Sylvester Stallone as your role model. Now that might be an odd role model for us here at Divorcing Gracefully and Beyond, but it's so critically important to have someone to look at as your anchor to keep you on your path so you don't give up. Because what we tend to do is we tend to get tired. We tend to lose hope. We tend to do the work, and if it's not showing up in the way that we want and the time that we want, we then begin to tell stories and we begin to create meaning, saying, well, maybe this isn't for me. Maybe the right person isn't out there. Maybe this is just the way that it will be. And that's not the case. Refuse to allow your mind to come in and create the story that is not your true story. This is why tapping into your heart and stepping into your heart coherence and listening to your soul, listening to your soul guidance and your soul journey, because God does not put a desire in your heart that you cannot get to or that you cannot achieve. He's not a sadistic God. He's not going to say, here, you could have a soulmate. No, you can't. Yes, you can. No, you can't. He doesn't do that. If you have it in your heart that you are meant to enjoy your life in a different way, that you're meant to spend it with someone, then that means that he's out there. Now, the only reason why you haven't met him yet is because your attractor field and his attractor field haven't met. And so that's why we have to lift your vibrational level of frequency. We have to create those vibrational fields, attractor fields, so you guys can meet. And so that's the good news. So what we want to do is we want to stop looking behind us and we want to start looking in front of us. And this is all the work we do at Divorcing Gracefully and Beyond program. So if you're interested, if this is something that my work is aligning with you, book a free breakthrough call with me. And again, it doesn't have to be me, but getting through to the other side, getting from one bridge to the next, because I could tell you, I've been doing this work over 20 years. We can't do it alone. And our family and our friends are wonderful. We love them. God bless them. They want to see us happy and healthy and whole. The difference is they're not going to be able to lead you over the bridge. The work in books and what you're reading is also good, but it's information and not transformation. That's why it's critically important to hook your wagon to people who are going to help you, to a community like this one, and I'm so glad you're here, right? This community that's going to be giving you the information that is the right information to get you to the other side. So with that said, me and Casey are here to grab our coffee, go on our beach walk. So I'm so glad you were with me today for our coffee chat, and I will see you guys later. Have a kick-ass rest of the day. Go get them. See you later. Bye.